All right, good afternoon, citizens of YouTube. Randy here. I wanted to do a video talking about something very important, something that you need to really understand, something that it's paramount and critical if you're going to be on a homestead or a community, and that is fire and people, okay? Fire and people. And I'm going to start off like this. About 2 months ago, we had a situation here on the land where uh, 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 there was a fire in this greenhouse. In this greenhouse, as you know, I just now put up the greenhouse, and if you look at the previous videos, what I was doing was, using hot coals to heat the small section of the greenhouse in the back to keep the fruits and tomatoes warm. Now I'm going to walk you through beginning to end exactly what happened so that you can get a full context of exactly what happened. So basically, you see here, I had a brother that was staying here, and this brother is autistic. He collects disability from the government, and he's officially diagnosed, and I have the paperwork to prove it. But basically, what happened was uh, uh, I bought in some coals to bring into the back of the greenhouse, and apparently, or evidently, one of the coals landed in this pit right here. And basically, what happened was, I tried to put the fire out. Now, if you see here, I have a hose that comes into pan this way. Okay, I have a hose that comes into the greenhouse for that very specific reason, so that just in case I need water or I need to put out a fire, anything like that, I have water here, and it's explained to everybody that's on the land this procedure. And if you see here, you see pan up, you see here, you see how I had to replace a section of the greenhouse of the plastic, and I spoke to Brother Al, and he said instead of just taking off the old plastic, I just have to cut off this piece, but I just put the new plastic over the old one. Okay, right down. But so basically, what happened was I doused the area with water. Okay, and then after I doused the area with water, I went into the house to deal with the matter. Okay, so I'm in the house and I'm dealing with this matter, and I guess a fire started to happen. And this particular brother that was here, he attempted to put out the fire. Okay, and everybody knows when you're growing up, the first thing that you're supposed to do when you hear fire is do what? Sister, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do what?
Drop and roll.
No, not drop and roll. What is that? Oh my God. You're supposed to scream
Fire.
fire! Fire, 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 fire!
Yes.
If you're on fire, you drop and roll. My God! But if there's a fire, you scream fire. Okay? And the reason why you scream fire is to let everybody know that there's a situation. You do not attempt to fight a fire by yourself, okay? So basically what happens as this fire is beginning to rage. Now, if you know, leaves produce white smoke. So, something in my spirit told me to come outside and check to see what was happening. And sure enough, you have this brother that's autistic, and that has, is diagnosed with a couple of other, mental health issues. I have the documentation, I have the doctor's verification to prove it. And he was attempting to fight this fire by himself. Now, when I came out, the area was smoking. I come out, you know what I'm saying? Everybody rushes out of the house. We're getting water. I'm confused. Now, come on outside because people need to visually see this. Now, as this fire is raging, he must have, Instead of using the water hose to put out the small fire, he goes, come on out here. There is a fire extinguisher that I keep in all of the structures, okay? He must have gone over there to get this fire extinguisher to come back to put out the fire that was raging in here, okay? Now, I'm doing this video because it's very important for you to understand that this is some serious, serious stuff. This brother could have died. He could have died, okay, of smoke inhalation because he was inside a closed area. This can roll up, okay? This thing can roll up. There was a myriad of things that this brother could have done in order to prevent, but he's just not there mentally. So therefore, he was inside a closed structure attempting to fight a fire. And by the time we got out of the house, me and my wives and stuff, we got out of the house, we go in, it was filled with smoke, okay? So you have a situation where if a brother dies on your land, okay, you got a serious situation on your hands, okay? Because now you're talking about liability. And then you're talking about if a family don't give a rat's ass about these people, now, if it turns around, somebody dies, you're talking about some serious lawsuits. You're talking about some serious liability. I could have lost the land, car, silver, gold, anything that I had, government can take because they can levy a lawsuit against you. The family of those people can levy a lawsuit against you, okay? Anybody can sue anybody for any reason, okay? And the lawyer fees alone would break me. So what I'm telling you is that, you got to be careful because everybody's not a good fit on a piece of land or on a community. And if you have situations like that, you want those kind of people around a lot of people so that they can be monitored, they can be taken care of, okay? And also, you want to have people like that around people that, because, this is a weighty matter. The Messiah healed a man of a dumb spirit, okay? And so you're dealing with a real weighty matter where, this brother needs healing. He needs healing. He needs spiritual healing. Because if he would have died here, okay, that would have been a serious issue. So, it's important for you people to understand that everybody's not a good fit for community, and everybody's not a good fit for the right community. I've heard stories of over 200 people coming and leaving certain communities, and whether it was their fault or the community head's fault or whatever it may be, it's always not necessarily a good fit for everybody to be at a particular place. This brother has been at Brother Al's for a short period of time before he came here. I took this brother in, provided for him, and I love this brother, you know what I'm saying? But the idea is that, I don't have the spiritual healing to deal with something of that magnitude, okay? And so this is where people that, Pastor always say, you got to bring stuff like that, the more weighty matters, he always says, to the elders, the people that have the spiritual power to deal with these issues. So, it's important for you to understand the whole story and to understand exactly, when stuff like this takes place, this is a serious matter. And you need to take this seriously. This is not a personal attack on it. I'm just telling you the truth for what it is. This is serious. This is very, 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 very serious and important because lives are on the line. And you as a community head or a homestead, if somebody comes in and if somebody's injured on your land, you are responsible for them, okay? So, you need to understand these things. And it was a wake-up call for me. It was a wake-up call. And I had to, really try and drill into this brother's head You know what I'm saying? That if you hear about a fire, brother, you hear fire. If you see a fire, do not attempt to fight a fire yourself. You get others and you let people know. The house is right here. I was in the back right here. And instead of letting me know and knocking on that door right there, he went all the way to the cabin over there to get a fire extinguisher. Now, anybody with a sane, logical mind, you know what I'm saying, that has a full, healthy mind, is going to know, scream fire. Or if you're on fire, drop and roll, okay? So the idea is that this is how you deal with those issues, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's not about me. It's not about anybody else, you know what I'm saying? It's about what's best for the whole. And what's best for the whole is to get a brother like that in a situation where he's around the people that can help him spiritually, that can help him and work with him, so that one day he can have a family and he can have a home for himself. Because that's what we all want. I want for my brother what I have for myself. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's important to understand these things and to take these things seriously, because again, if somebody dies, man, you know what I'm saying, I don't want that on my spirit. I don't, you know, I want everybody safe. I want everybody accounted for. But you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, I had a wood stove in the one cabin, and I stopped using the wood stove and I got an electric stove to ensure, because if somebody don't know how to handle fire, or somebody don't know how to handle that situation, which clearly this situation told me, that he wasn't able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, you need to get those people in situations where, you know, they have the help and they have the support structure. But because I don't have the support structure here to deal with somebody that has a weighty matter such as that, okay? You know, could you imagine one day, you know, laying hands on a brother and, you know, you clearly see that they had mental issues or whatever, you know what I'm saying, fully functional or whatever, and then the next minute they're talking fine and they're articulating, you know, and they're not tripping over their words and they're not, you know, stuttering and repeating themselves. It's a beautiful thing. So let's focus on the healing. Let's focus on the truth of these matters, that, you know, people need to be safe, and people need to be in a safe situation where they know how to deal with matters, and people that are not mentally capable of dealing with these things, which the situation clearly showed. Now, it wasn't his fault. It was not his fault. I'm clearly stating that. What I am addressing is how he responded to that fire, and how his incorrect response could have cost him his life and could have cost everybody else a lot of pain and suffering. Hope I was able to say something. It's the truth. It's all the truth. I haven't left out anything to you. And I'll make this video in all sincerity and all humbleness, because you need to understand these things. Everybody's not a good fit for community. Everybody's not a good fit for certain communities. You need a certain infrastructure and a certain support staff there to help out people that are in these situations, as well as getting them the spiritual healing that they need. Because at this point in time, I just don't have it. I just don't have it. So hopefully I was able to say something that, you know, brought clarity and understanding to you, because it's very important. I don't want anybody to die on this land. I don't want anybody to die on any land. And so this is why, you know, we have, you know, the developments that we have. Hopefully I was able to say something that was clarifying and edifying to you, so that you can understand how you need to be thinking when you're planning for the community or homestead, anybody that's coming on your land. All right. Have a blessed day.